Game one of the battle series ends in a tie, in a 4-4 tie between Team Boomer and Team Sooner. That's because the highlight of the night came in one of the final at-bats of the night. Sydney Sanders with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning hits a 2-run bomb to tie it as Team Boomer ties Team Sooner 4-4 on the evening. Clearly, the moment of the night and a lot of really cool moments. Sid Sanders, who I've talked about this offseason, needs to be a little bit more consistent, but the power that she has is undeniable. And you saw it right there. What a big moment for her to come through. Thought Cassidy Pickering was going to rob that ball in center field. It's been a long time since I haven't seen an OU center fielder rob a ball like that in center field. But Sid Sanders got enough of it. It gets out of here in a game-tying home run with 2 outs. What a fun way. What a fun way to cap off the first Battle Series game of the year. It's a tie. Nobody wins, but a really cool moment for Sid Sanders and a very big-time home run and a player that I think that we're going to count on quite a bit to have some big power numbers this year. So fun night at almost said Marita Hines Field there. What am I talking about? Loves Field tonight. Pretty good crowd on hand. I'm sure that we'll see more and more as the Battle Series rolls on, but a lot of takeaways, and drop yours in the comments as well. I will remind you, this is just a quick little recap video, and I'm going to do a YouTube live coming up on Thursday night, so hope you join me for that. We'll get a lot more in-depth with what we saw and get to a lot more of your reactions as well. Cassidy Pickering, the first RBI of the night, 1 hop off the wall in right center field. Kirsten Deal got the start for Team Sooner, gave up 2 runs in the top of the first inning, but Cassidy Pickering looked good tonight at the plate, especially in that first at-bat. Had that big hit to right center field. First RBI of the Battle Series, 1 hop off the wall. She hit that ball well, and then she later scored in that inning. And then how about the player that I've been talking about all offseason, that I've told you that I bought all the stock in and that there's no stock left because I've bought it all, Nelly McEnroe-Marinas. How about her at the plate tonight? The first home run of the Battle Series. And did any of you hear that sound? Go check my Twitter page. I have a quote tweet on the OU softball Twitter account with the sound of that play, the video of that play. That sounds real good. Nelly just hammers one to left center field, and that's why I've been so high on hers, because I don't think people have really seen the true power numbers that she's going to bring you, or the true power that she has at the plate. And that was the MO with her as a player coming in from Hawaii, is that Nelly's got a lot of power. She's got a lot of power at the plate. And when she really squares the ball up, that ball is going to get out of the park. And that's what we saw tonight. Power to hit it over the left center field wall. And that was an easily over the left center field wall. That wasn't barely over the wall or anything like that. Center fielder didn't have any chance whatsoever. Nelly's got a lot of power. Very impressed with her. She made an incredible defensive play at third base as well. That's what you're looking for tonight. Competitive on both sides between Team Boomer and Team Sooner. Thought the pitchers did some nice things. Thought the position players did some nice things. Freshmen look good and confident. Portal players look good and confident. And your returning players like a Sid Sanders, like a Nelly McEnroe-Marinas, performed very, very well tonight. So just really liked what Nelly, or how she played at third base. I know that she had a bit of an error late in that game, but I think overall Nelly was really good. 3 strikeouts for Sam Landry throughout the first 2 innings. Thought she looked good overall in the circle. Ilana Agbayani, I thought she hit the ball well. Tough hop at shortstop kind of later in that game, but she looked great at the plate last year in Norman, and she looked great at the plate her first game back in Norman in an OU uniform. Katie Lee McKay, like her a lot. Patty, again, the day that she signed, says she's going to be a future All-American. Like her approach at the plate as a true freshman. Had the RBI opposite field hit. Cheney Helton had a nice defensive put out from right field to third base, and you'll kind of see a theme here. As I was taking notes throughout the game, it feels like I'm singling out every single player with a nice individual play. And that's not to say that tonight was perfect, because there were a couple of errors, and those are some things that you expect throughout the fall with so many new faces. But I felt like I wrote down so many names tonight of, hey, I like that. That was a nice approach at the plate. Like, really squared that ball up and hit it hard. That was nice by that pitcher to get out of that jam or to come in and really throw a lot of strikes. That was a heck of a defensive play. Like Cassidy Pickering, Nelly, Sam Landry, Agbayani, Katie Lee McKay, Cheney Helton, Ella Parker. hit a hard ball to right field to Tia Malloy, which you like to see. And then Malloy in right field ended the inning with a play at the plate. Perfect throw to Isabella Emmerling to end the top of the 6th inning. I just felt like everyone had like their own moment tonight. And some moments were bigger than others. Some moments in terms of this game were more impactful than others. But I just think that you're seeing a roster from top to bottom where everyone's really going to push and everyone's really going to compete for playing time. And I think that that's a very good thing. And that's why I think overall tonight was a huge success. I think that you want to clean some things up in the field, sure, but the fact that you had this many freshmen look good and confident, this many portal players that did the things that they did tonight, and so many returners that made big plays, like I walk out of this game pretty happy, like given the situation. Like they couldn't win the Women's College World Series tonight. They weren't playing Texas tonight or an SEC series. This is the first time that this team in somewhat of an organized game has been on the field together. And I think overall it looked pretty good. I thought the pitchers had their moments. I thought the offense certainly had their moments. And I think defensively, though they made a couple of errors, there were some really nice plays tonight, including and probably highlighted by the play that Nelly made at third base, that full extension grab. So just competitive on both sides, and that's what you're wanting because you're wanting this team to improve. You're wanting this team to grow, and games like this can go a long way into that. And you're able to throw different players at different positions. I think Malloy played second. Malloy played right. And you think that, yeah, maybe Pickering, plays right, but she also played center in this game. Like, you just kind of had players play all over, so you get to tinker a little bit. And you get to put some players maybe in some uncomfortable or different situations to see how they respond, and they grow that way. So I don't know about the rest of you. And again, drop your comments, kind of how you feel coming out of this game. But overall, given the situation and the time of year, I feel good. I like Abby Dayton a lot. I thought that she had a great bunt to the first base side. Ella Parker couldn't get over there, couldn't get it in time, but Abby Dayton has incredible speed, going to be one of the fastest players that you had. Getting on base that way, I think, is fantastic. I thought Sam Landry looked very good in the circle tonight. I thought Audrey Lowry looked very good in the circle tonight. Just kind of impressed with how comfortable that she looks and her command. Maybe a bit of a different delivery, but Sam Landry and Audrey Lowry, I think overall performed really well. Gabby Garcia got in at shortstop tonight. I thought that she played well. So I didn't really feel anyone played poorly tonight. No one played bad. And I know that you want KD maybe with the storyline in the circle there to come out and dominate. And she did give up a couple of runs at the top of the first inning, but she's kind of facing the cream of the crop when it comes to offensive players in all of college softball. But I thought once the pitchers kind of settled in, they did a very nice job. Overall, I'm pretty happy. Clean up the couple of errors, clean up a couple of things from tonight. We'll see this team in a week's time coming up next Wednesday. But it was a fun night, right? I mean, that's kind of my main takeaway. It was Oklahoma playing softball again. And you had it, if you want to call it a Sooner Magic moment. I don't know if I'd go as far to say a Sooner Magic moment in a battle series game. I know that's what the OU softball Twitter account put out. But it was 2 outs, 1 on, down by 2, and you hit a home run to tie the game. It was just, I had a really good time watching Oklahoma softball tonight for the first time since, June? So I'm glad it's back. It was fun to see all these new faces. They didn't disappoint. And you get an early glimpse of the real talent that's on this roster. There's some real talent that's on this roster. That team today is not good enough to win a national championship. Nobody in college softball is good enough right now or going to be the best version of themselves to win a title. But it was highly competitive. This team's got a lot of talent, a lot of depth, and I'm excited to see throughout the course of the rest of the fall and obviously into the season how it sorts out. Because I think that we're going to continue to see more pitchers in interesting situations, more players in some interesting defensive positions to see how to figure things out. And I think Patty likes that. I think the staff like that. I think this player likes that. These players like that as well. So overall, a fun night at Loves Field. I'll invite you tomorrow night, probably around 8 o'clock Central Time. We'll have a live chat, but I want your thoughts. I want your opinions on what you saw. Hope to see you there. But we're one battle series game in, and man, it lived up to the hype. It lived up to the billing. What a finish tonight. Sid Sanders with the big hit tonight for the Sooners. And, of course, I thought Nelly McEnroe-Morenas had a fantastic game as well. Hope you enjoyed it as well. I certainly enjoyed it, and I will talk to you on Thursday night as we recap game one of the battle series. And hey, also look at a new commit that OU got as well. Another big time commit for the Oklahoma softball team in 2026. We'll run that down as well. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.